Hello. I don't know about y'all, but this is the video I have been waiting for. I am finally ready to announce the sequel to this dude, The Flip Side of Sad. Now this sequel, I honestly never even planned on writing. Like honestly, this was going to be a standalone. And but some readers wanted a sequel and I was like, I couldn't really think of what a sequel could be about. And then finally, this one night, almost a year ago now, it was last April 2021, and I was trying to think, like I was trying to have like a brainstorming session at the computer, like what could a Flipside sequel be? And the movie Groundhog Day was playing in the background. And this was also a time that I was heavily into watching Back to the Future. And then it just kind of all clicked. I always had the idea that I wanted to have a little more of a romantic aspect in the second book, because the first one, obviously, it's not a romance. There's no romance aside from the sort of twist ending, and even that's not considered romance really. But it sets up for the next book to be more romance. And then, yeah, I started writing and writing and writing, and the sequel was born. And then it sort of got put on the back burner for a while because life got busy, a lot of things were going on over last summer, and motivation just not there. But finally, especially because I knew that there was a demand from some of y'all for the sequel, I pushed myself to finally get it all together and work on it, and I'm finally ready to put it out there. So, without further ado, the title to The Flip Side of Sad sequel is The Flip Side of Love. I know that's the most like cheesiest cliche title that I could possibly give this sequel. And honestly, it was a placeholder. Like, I never planned on actually calling this The Flip Side of Love. It just, I literally, it was a placeholder because the thing is about this sequel is that it's heavily based around James falling in love. And if you read the first book then, and you read the ending, you kind of know where this is going. But the thing is, it's not just about he's this young guy who falls in love and he's dating and whatever. There's it's so much more deeper than that, and so much more is happening because he's in love. And so the title literally fits the story so much more than you might realize right now. Once you read it, you're gonna realize why the title is so fitting. Because this story is literally about the flip side of love. Now this story is about the same length as The Flip Side of Sad. It's a little over 7,500 words. The Flip Side of Sad is a little under 7,500 words. I wanted to keep them around the same length. So it's a novelette again. And just like the first book, this one falls under fantasy, magical realism, contemporary categories, but it can also fall under romance. So I have the blurb here on my phone, and I'm going to read it to you. Everyone's favorite singing sensation is back with a brand new song in a brand new city. But this time, he's got a girlfriend. James Letta has been dating the girl in white who calls herself Spirit and takes her on the road with him where they kick off the first day of tour in London, England. But when a romantic end to the night turns a little too truthful and Spirit's powers suffer the consequences, Spirit sends them magically back to the start of the day. A day they must relive until they make a choice. Spirit's magic or their love. In just over 7,500 words, the sequel to The Flip Side of Sad can only be described as Back to the Future meets Groundhog Day. A story of a young couple repeatedly reliving their first day on tour after discovering the power of love. Now I know I mentioned the Back to the Future already, but you may have noticed a little nod to Back to the Future in that blurb as well. Not the movie title, something else. There's kind of a reason for that, a story behind that I will tell closer to the book's release. The Flip Side of Love comes out March 29th, 2022, and it's available for pre-order right now at the links below. You can pre-order it on Kindle, on Amazon, you can pre-order it in paperback and Nook on barnesandnoble.com. The Amazon paperback will be available week of. Oh yeah, and did I mention the cover reveal is happening on Valentine's Day? So yeah, Flip Side of Love, March 29th. Pre-order at the links below. And I will see you all for the cover reveal.